Your heart has been beating since before you were born, before your brain formed, before your lungs existed, before almost everything else that makes you human. And in all that time, it has never once stopped to rest, not once. Here's what is actually happening inside it right now. Most people think of the heart as a simple pump. It is not simple. It is 4 pumps, running simultaneously, perfectly coordinated, every second of your life. 2 chambers on the right, 2 on the left. The right side receives blood returning from your body, oxygen depleted, dark red, and sends it to the lungs. The lungs reload it, bright red now. Oxygen rich, it returns to the left side. And the left side, with significantly more force, pushes it out to every corner of your body. 2 loops, 1 organ, 0 interruptions. But here is what nobody talks about. What is actually driving this rhythm? There is a cluster of cells sitting in your upper right atrium. Most people have never heard of it. It is called the sinoatrial node, and it is the reason your heart beats at all. This node generates an electrical signal, spontaneously, without instruction from your brain, without any external trigger, 60 to 100 times per minute at rest. That signal travels through your atria like a wave. Both atria contract, blood pushed downward into the ventricles. Then the signal hits a junction called the atrioventricular node. It pauses, just long enough for the ventricles to fill completely. Then it releases. The signal spreads through both ventricles simultaneously. They contract, blood pushed out, to the lungs, to the body. 1 heartbeat, under 1 second. Now multiply that by 100,000. That is today. The sound you hear when a doctor listens to your heart. Lub-dub. Most people think that is the heart muscle contracting. It is not. That sound is 4 valves snapping shut. Tricuspid, pulmonary, mitral, aortic. One-way gates between each chamber and vessel. They open with pressure, close to prevent backflow. Lub, 2 valves closing as ventricles begin to contract. Dub, 2 valves closing as ventricles finish. The muscle itself makes no sound, only the valves. And when a doctor hears something between those sounds, a murmur, it means 1 valve is not closing properly. Blood is going where it should not. The left ventricle is thicker than the right. Look at any cross-section of a human heart. The difference is obvious. The right pumps blood only to the lungs, short distance, low resistance. The left pumps blood to your entire body, every organ, every extremity, against significantly higher resistance. The thickness is the heart's adaptation to the load it carries. But this adaptation has a limit. In chronic hypertension, sustained high blood pressure, the left ventricle thickens further, trying to overcome the increased resistance. Over years, it stiffens. It loses flexibility. Pumping efficiency drops. The very adaptation that kept you alive becomes the pathology that kills you. This is why blood pressure management matters, not when symptoms appear. Long before that, when the remodeling is still reversible. Now here is the part that genuinely surprised me when I first learned it. The heart does not need your brain to beat. It has its own complete electrical system. When Christian Barnard performed the first human heart transplant in 1967 in Cape Town, he severed every nerve connecting the donor heart to its original body and placed it in Louis Washkansky's chest. With 0 nerve connections to the recipient's brain, it beat. It adapted to exercise through hormones in the blood. It maintained its rhythm for 18 days until Washkansky died of pneumonia, not heart failure. The transplanted heart worked perfectly, without a single instruction from the brain. This is why heart transplantation is possible at all, and why the heart was the first solid organ successfully transplanted in human history. Not the kidney, not the liver, the heart, because it carries its own instructions. Your heart will pump approximately 5 liters of blood per minute today. During exercise, 25 liters. In your lifetime, enough to fill roughly 1 million barrels. And between each beat, in that gap you feel a silence, the heart is not resting. It is resetting, repolarizing, preparing for the next electrical signal. There is no rest, only rhythm. All sources in the description. New England Journal of Medicine, American Heart Association. Every claim referenced. One question. Your heart beats independently of your brain. Your gut has 500 million neurons acting independently. Your immune system makes decisions without you. How much of what keeps you alive is actually under your control? Tell us below. Next, blood leaves the heart oxygen depleted. What happens in the lungs in the next 4 minutes determines whether every cell in your body lives or dies. Case 0. Every mystery begins somewhere.